Greatness await us all. Bryce Tube joined. Hi, greatness await us all. My first person on. Good to see you. Let's do an audio check. Can you hear me okay? Give me another thumbs up if you can hear me okay. Hi. Okay, I gotta press this. Starting. There we go. Okay, I got the thumbs up. Thank you. Drip Irrigation Agriculture, welcome. Oh, clear. Thank you so much. That's awesome. I don't know how to pronounce this one. Joe Ferg 6, welcome. Thank you. Andrea, hi. There's our guest. She's nice and early. I love it. Hold on one second. I'm gonna invite you. And I'll give it a minute. Waiting. She should be here soon. No audio, Mr. Audio Man? No music? All right. Hi, Ransel Gibbs. We're still waiting on Andrea. She should be on soon. Oh, okay. Greatness awaits us all. Good to have you. Great that your goat's a small goat farmer. We love the small goat farmers. Yay. So it's good to have you. Hi, Kamoy. I'm doing Facebook and Instagram at the same time. Hey, guys. Welcome. You made it.
Barely.
Yeah, we haven't started quite yet, so you have a little bit of time. It's good to see you guys, though.
Perfect.
Awesome.
We turn and it doesn't work.
No, turn it straight. Do it the other way.
I know, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work this way. Okay, I have to unplug.
Yes, you have to plug it. Hopefully you have enough charge.
Exactly. So that's what I was making sure.
So you might have to hold it. Unfortunately, if you don't have enough charge, I would recommend that you keep it plugged in and hold it. Unfortunately.
Whoops. Oh my! It turned around. We're in
That's
the
okay.
bathroom.
Okay. I might need to. Hi, James. Good to see you. I'm greeting everybody as they come in. I see James and Kamoy on Trudy on Facebook. Good to see you guys. Hold on here. Hi, Farmer. Gosh, everybody's early today. This is a good thing. I like this. There you go. Hills Farms 876. Good to see you guys. Dwight Brown, welcome. Thank you. Farmer Khalil, you made it back? Are you still on the road? Okay, there you go. All right, that's awesome. You guys are doing great. Great. Awesome. Martin Leone. Hi, Martin, on Facebook Live. Thanks for joining us. Hey. Everybody had a good day so far? Think so? Yes? I'm checking my messages here. Trudy, your audio is okay, but the other guys is low. Okay, how can I get their audio? Let me try to put mine up a little more. Hold on. Let me try to. They were saying that your audio is a little bit low. I did turn it up. I don't want to do it too loud, and I'm going to get the echo. Okay.
Is that ours?
Okay, I think you're going to be better because you sound clearer to me right now. So, Kamoy, keep me abreast of how the audio is going as we go on, okay? All right, so Bryce Tube says, very interesting topic. Yeah, I have a lot of people that says they're anxious to hear your story, guys. So this is going to be awesome. So, hey, Carla, I see you there. We have a lot of old faithfuls. They're awesome. They always come and join us. So we'll give everybody a couple more minutes to come in and see how everything's going here. Okay. Did you guys have a good day so far? Yes. All right. Hi, Mark. We'll see you on Facebook Live. Thanks for joining us.
Next time you can use your tablet.
Yeah. I was also warned very strongly that tonight is Sumfest, so we are on a strict timeline. No, it's not strict, but everybody's like, Trudy, Sumfest is tonight. Don't tarry too long. So, we're, but we're gonna take as long as it takes. All right, but everybody warned me and reminded me that Sumfest is tonight. So, and apparently it's a pretty good lineup. So we'll have to see. All right. Chromax Blake, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Oh, Mark. Thanks, Mark. Blessings to you too. Give it a couple more minutes and see who else joins us. All right. Well, I think we'll go ahead and get started. What do you think? I think we're good. All right. So, good evening, guys. Thanks, everybody, for joining us on Facebook Live and Instagram Live. We always love having you guys, and we appreciate your support every Saturday. You guys are awesome. So, we have guests tonight. We have two. Okay. So, our guests tonight are Andrea and John Palmer. And they are returning residents who have high aspirations to give back to Jamaica. And so they wanted to do this by starting a business and creating opportunity for others. Their goat operation, however, has been raided several times. Not one, not two. I'm not sure how many. So let me stop counting, but more than once. All right. So due to predial larceny, which is a big topic for us, and we had the head of predial larceny for the police force online with us, and he gave us some tips and tools there. But we definitely want to hear your story because it's a big challenge for many of us in Jamaica. So we're going to use this tool to learn, for everybody to learn from it, right? So we can see what you guys did and what happened so we can go, oh, let's not do that. Okay, let's prevent against that, right? So welcome, guys. Thanks for good to have you, Andrea and John. So we want to start by you telling us your story. So tell us, where in Jamaica are you from originally, where you grew up, and then, you know, what your professional life is before you started into Ashton Farms.
Okay, so I'll start. I'm the big mouth. John doesn't talk very much, but we both are camera shy.
Okay,
So,
but you guys are doing
it's a big deal for us. Anyway, I grew up in Yorton, St. Catherine,
okay.
and I migrated to Canada in 1978, which
Wow.
I lived until 2015 actually. I came home because they were screwing up the building of our house.
Oh, that's a common
So,
story.
yes, so let's say we grew up.
Um, I grew up in a little place called Slinton.
Okay.
Close to,
Close
about
to
15
Blackburn,
minutes away from here.
15
Okay.
minutes,
Okay.
yes.
Close to back. All right. Very good. Very good. Awesome. All right. So,
In Can-
what was your professional life pre-farm? Tell us about your professional life, because most people start in a professional life, then we venture into farming.
So I worked more than 30 years as an IT professional. My last job was as an IT project manager. Briefly, I did something in the oil sands. I was a non-destructive testing engineer in the oil sands in Alberta. So that's mining oil out of sand in Western Canada.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah. And John, go ahead.
I was a butcher for what, 22 years.
Okay.
And then I did oil sand maintenance
Okay.
for about 10 years.
Right. So when I came home to look about the house, I didn't come to stay. I came just for a brief moment and it was screwed up. We had to pull down the roof, pull down the arches, the columns, and all this kind of stuff. And I decided I can't leave it and go back before I see it going up and going up properly. So I've been here since 2015, more or less since 2015. And so here we are separated, right? And, you know, missing one income as well and building at the same time.
Wow.
So a couple of dogs, and so there I couldn't leave. And the other thing was the house was partially finished. We didn't feel like we knew anybody we could trust to stay. So I stayed. And so John would work, support the farm, support me. Well, it wasn't a farm at the time. It was just land and a few dogs, 5 to be exact. And then he was supporting that. And I think there was one time when he lost a job and he came and I went. So we were never together.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But we did a lot of that in my IT career as well. I was away from home a lot. So he was used to being alone. At least we were used to being apart.
Okay.
And so he was here one summer and he decided to do something with the land. And first we got 3 sheep. That's what we did. We like different. So we got 3 sheep.
Okay.
But we had a lot of yard, and which I used to have to strap a whacker on my back and cut a lot of grass because this land was grazing land for cows, for cattle. And so we thought if we had a few goats, they could help us to mow the lawn.
Absolutely.
And so we added goats to our few sheep. 2 goats. So we started with 2 goats. And now we have 34, but the most we've had was like 42. Or so one year we got 21 babies and I was here alone. That was a big deal and we're not used to that. We don't know anything about goat rearing, farming, nothing. I left to Canada when I was young and we never had animals. I know nothing of animals, raising animals, but it's been the most satisfying thing I've done in my life is to raise goats. I get up with a purpose every day. I want to get up every day. I never want to sleep in. Well, there was a time when we were hoping that we could just open the door from inside. So the goats go grazing without us having to go out to let them out.
Yeah. All right. Very good. All right. So you did mention that you knew nothing about farming. So was it just like trial by fire? You just kind of learned as you go? And was there anybody? I'm sorry. I think we're having a little bit of internet delay here.
Can you hear me?
Okay, go ahead now. Go ahead.
Yeah, trial by fire. So the person purchased the sheep from and the first Nubian buck, he taught us a little bit. But then we went to YouTube University and we learned everything we know from YouTube University. Just about.
Just about. My mother is if whatever you need to learn is not on YouTube, you don't need to learn it. So you can learn just about anything you need to on YouTube. A wide array of references too, because you have different people and they farm differently. So you can take tips and tricks from all the different farms. That's what we did. We did a lot of watching videos and say, okay, we like this, we like this, we like this. We're going to put it all together in order to figure out what we want to do here. So I feel your story there. All right. So tell us about Ashton Farm. So where did the name come from? So you probably did, I think you said since 2015-ish, you started a little bit, so give us a little bit information there. And when you decide to form a...
2017? I think we started farming in 2016 or 2017, but I did come home in 2015. It's 2016, 17 that we got, 2016 I think we got the sheep, and 2017 we got 2 goats.
Okay.
And we live in a subdivision in Black River.
Okay.
So it's a real subdivision. However, because it was grazing land and farmland, I think there was some stipulation when they did the subdivision that they would have some 5-acre lots. So we bought a 5-acre lot, not knowing what we were going to do with it. And we thought, we really didn't give it much thought, guys. It just kind of fell into our laps, I think. It took a while for me to realize that my husband turned me into a farmer. It didn't click right away. Seriously, there was one day when I said, oh my gosh, my husband turned me into a farmer.
Yes. And it worked out for
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
We love it. We absolutely love it. But the unfortunate thing is that, we treat these animals more like pets than like livestock. And so that's a hard part for me personally, because then we have to sell them and, or kill them at some point.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay. The business part of it can be hard a little bit, but we just have to adjust accordingly. Okay. All right. So you said it's 5 acres. Okay. And you currently have about, I forgot the number, 34 goats right now? 30 some goats?
and 14 sheep.
And 14 sheep. Oh, that was my next question. Okay. And so other than the goats, the dog, and the sheep, do you have any other animals? Are you doing any kind of crops or anything?
I have 17, about 20, 24 rabbits.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
and some chickens.
We have some common fowl, not
Common fun.
chickens. Common fowl.
All right.
So we
Good.
have
We'll have some rabbit people on here, so they'll be interesting to hear that, hear your story on that too. Okay. So we have goat, we have sheep, we have rabbit, we have common fowl. So what is Ashton Farm? What's your business model or your market? What do you target as far as to generate revenue? Let's put it that way.
guys, we're kind of stumbling through this,
Okay.
right? And so we haven't done much sale. We haven't done, but I guess primarily what we're doing is meat animals.
Okay.
Meat animals. So we started with just regular goats. And we started with regular goats, and we actually had a Nubian buck, but that was stolen in 2018.
2017.
He was stolen in 2018. Yeah, sorry. We got him in 2017, and he was stolen in 2018, but he was stolen by the person who we were paying to take care of him.
Wow. So was that your first incident of predial larceny then?
It was our
In
first
2017?
one.
Okay.
That's correct.
All right.
2018.
Okay. All right. So how many times altogether have you had issues with predial larceny? Let's put it that way.
A total of 4 incidents. One, last year, July, my husband was home visiting, and he was going to be here for a month, to help me with all the things that need to be done on a farm. So even though we hire people to help us, it's more that they help themselves. And so there's so many things that we just can't pay people to do.
Yeah.
And so he came home with a long list of things to do. And he was here a few days, and they came in on us on a Monday night. They climbed up, I think the side of the pen they climbed up is like 3 foot off the ground, and then another 4 foot
Wow.
over the banister to come in, over the railing to come in.
Wow. That's
and
quite
so
a climb.
They would have had to throw those animals down a pretty good distance. And so we didn't realize right away. We heard the dogs barking. They're running around. They're carrying on badly. I was up cooking their food. I saw them on the camera, but, we were so complacent. We just never thought. We didn't realize that was happening at the time. So that was Monday night. So they took 3 that night. And then they came back on Wednesday night. On Wednesday night, they went into our other pen. They peeled off the material off the back of the pen, climbed into the pen, and stole 4 that night. But they thought we had a buck there, but we didn't have a buck because it was already stolen.
Oh. Okay.
Right. So
All right.
we caught them in the pen. We caught them in the pen.
Oh.
We
Then what did you
shouted out
do?
to them.
Uh-huh.
We flashed the light. We ran outside because we have no sense, and they shot at us.
That
Oh
night
my
I had
goodness.
no fear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they shot at us that night.
Oh my goodness. Well,
I had
thank
no
God they
fear
lived
that.
you. So were you able to run
Mhm.
them away without them getting any goats, or were they left with goats?
They left with 4 goats, even though we caught them in the pen.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to. Because that's just wow. Wow. I mean, this story is better
Yeah,
than I thought it was. Oh my goodness. Amazing.
yeah.
So,
So,
did you
so
report them? Did the police come? What happened?
the police came. They didn't even have a light to shine behind the pen. They didn't have a light. They dropped a cap. They didn't care to take the cap. They didn't care to take any. They could see where on the mud up on the uh-oh, my the internet is spinning. Sorry guys, we don't have the best
Okay,
internet.
you're back. Go ahead.
Yeah. So even though there's footprints on the back of the pen where they climbed in, they said they couldn't get any prints off of wood. So they didn't make any efforts. They didn't take the cap. They did nothing. Really. They came out and they really did nothing. And you hear nothing after that. You go in and you make a statement and that's all that happens. So now my husband can't leave me to go back to Canada. So he had to stay. He's been here. So both of us are here. That means there goes 2 incomes. Okay? We're not retired. We have to work for a living. Right? And so if we're both here, there is no income coming in. But that we didn't think that there was anything else that we could have done. So what we did was we put in lighting over there, more lighting. We'd had some sort of lighting. We ran electricity over there. Did we have the cameras over there before? No. So yes, we had cameras, but they were not wired cameras. So we had some, oh gosh, what do you call those? The ones that you use in the woods?
Oh, is it I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember what it's called.
But you know, the thing about those is that you have to actually go and take the SIM card out and put it in your computer and read it and make sure that, and so if it's full, it doesn't record anymore. So it wasn't recording that night. So nothing. So we've put cameras over there. We've put Wi-Fi cameras over there. We've put lighting over there. We put up more fencing. I mean, you know, we've done everything that we know. We're just little people. We're not, I mean, big farmers who have all the resources.
Yeah, somebody said they're called game cameras. That's what you game
That's
cameras.
it.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
So there's a comment here. Do you think that since you guys are returning residents that you're a bigger target in the eyes of the criminals? Do you think that's what it is?
I don't think, not necessarily so. I think they just see an opportunity. And the thing that bothers me the most is this. I'm not young, and I've never farmed, and I'm used to wearing a suit to work, and I'm willing to drop all of that and get my hands dirty and clean the goat pen. We hired somebody to clean our goat pen, and we couldn't get him to clean it for 3 weeks. Him said, when me a clean pen for, I'm playing the dirty. 3 weeks.
Wow.
Paying him for, and he's arguing why he should be cleaning a pen. And I'm willing to go and clean my goat's pen every single day.
Yeah.
And so they just saw an opportunity and they took it. Now, he took the first one, and while we had him taken care of, because at that particular time, John and I were away because they called him back to work. I left because I have to try to make a living. They called him back to work. And so we had to make a decision. We decided to leave him because he lives close. And we thought, he just lives next door. He can give an eye. He can, he can be here if need be. And so in a hurry. And you know what? In 3 months, we lost 9 animals because he didn't do anything for them. He didn't care for them. He didn't do anything. And that following January, when I came home. I had to come home. I have to leave my business, where I'm trying to make a living. I had to come home, and that January we had 21 live birds, and I never lost one. I never lost one.
Congratulations. That's amazing. That's
And I'm
awesome.
not just saying that to pat myself on the back. I'm just trying to say, you're going to lose 9. You're losing 9. You're a guy. You've done this before, right? And I had 21 that I didn't lose. And the only difference is because I cared. I cared about, and that's all. That's the only difference. It's gone dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That you have quite a story. So I see Mackie Bartley messaging in. He's going to help you guys, so stay strong. Yes, I will tell you, we have a great core of people here. And anything that any of us can do to help support you guys in any which way, we will all pitch in any way we can. So we're trying to create a nice, strong little goat community here, and I think we're starting, guys, right? I think we're doing that so well. But your story is amazing. I mean, that's a lot of a word my father uses, stick to itiveness. Like, you've gone through all of this stuff and you're still going, and you still have smiles on your face. That's even the best part. You still have smiles on your face, and you're willing. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I love it.
You know what? I am not going to let them run me out of here. We've sacrificed too much. We've put so much into it. We could be in Canada. We could have a different life. We could have a cushy life. But that's not what we want. This is what we want. All of these years, we never vacationed anywhere else but Jamaica. We were coming here 3 times a week. I mean, not a week. 3 times a year to vacation here before we moved, before we purchased and moved here. This is where we want to be. And we're not going to let them chase us off. And you know what? There's more of us than there of them. And so we're going to fight. We're going to do whatever we have to do. And so now John and I are here. And together, see, it's usually either him here or me here. Him here or me here. I think that together we are a force. We're a force to be reckoned with. When he gets frustrated, he gets stressed, I'm here to calm him, and vice versa. And to encourage. And like you said, and so we feel so blessed. We met Mackie Bartley, it was divine intervention. And we feel so blessed to know him. He's just been so kind and so helpful. We're so appreciative of that. And now we've met you, Trudy, and I know we're going to be meeting all the others as well. And, Jamaica is going to be better for all of us.
Yes, absolutely. And a lot of us have been abroad and we want to come back here with all the frustrations and all the challenges and all the roadblocks. We're like, we're sticking it out. We can do this. We want to be here. So again, we're just gonna consistently keep supporting each other. All right. So do you currently have any employees? I think I missed that. Do you have any employees right now?
No, because we feel frustrated. Every time you hire somebody, you really get nothing.
It's hard.
You pay them all the work you pay them to do, and you find that you have to be behind them, watching everything.
Okay.
To be
All right. Andrea, I'm
It's just to
going
make
to
sure,
have to get.
you know, there.
Okay, Andrea, can you do me a huge favor? What you just said, because the internet lagged, so we missed all of that, and I know it was beautiful.
Wow. Okay, so where do I start? See,
So you said you don't
we've
have any
hired,
employees. How's it goes
yeah,
again?
so we've hired people to help us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we believe in treating people well. We pay them what they ask. We don't set the rate usually. We pay them a fair wage, we believe, and we treat them well as well. However, when they leave at the end of the day, all the work that we hired them to do is still here for me to do or for John to do. So it's a bit frustrating. Yeah. Oh my goodness, a big old bug came in. But anyway, so it's really hard. Really, at this point, we just need to find the right person. That's really what we'll do. Because we believe that person is out there, we just haven't found them yet. We've gone through quite a few, and we've tried. And so John is frustrated. He doesn't want to get anybody because he feels that he wastes his time. They waste his time in a day.
And my money.
And my money.
And your money, yes.
Yeah, they come to work and they're sleeping instead of working.
Wow.
So I have a problem with that. So I feel like I'm not getting my money's worth. So
I agree with you. Yeah. So I will say this, that's a huge challenge that's a resounding challenge over and over. Everybody keeps saying it's really, really hard to find good workers. So we just all have to just keep, moving forward and, figure out, I guess we need to come up with a work pool. That's what we need to come up with. Don't know how we're going to do that, but a pool of employees that, maybe we could do like, share them around or something. I don't know, but it's really challenging to find good people. We have been blessed. We have found good people and we're holding on to them for dear life. But before them, we had all the same challenges. So yes, hang in there. Good people are out there. You will find them. It just takes time and talking to the right people and networking with everybody to find good people. All right. So what do you see? How do you guys take this and learn from it and basically help us to learn from it and move forward? What are some of your thoughts and ideas to use this as a lessons learned, okay, and to move forward and also as a stepping stone to move forward to think of other things to do? And
okay, just one thing, just want to step for a moment. For those people who are not aware, the video when I came on was the last set that happened to us on May 20th.
Okay. The internet is lagging again. Hold on. Hopefully this clears up in a second, guys. Be patient for a little bit here. Because I don't know if you see the little circle. Okay, now go ahead. Start again, Andrea. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was saying, for those who are not aware, the video that was playing on the channel before we started was the last thing that happened to us on May 28th on 2020. I was in Canada. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. It's going in and out, but go ahead.
I was in Canada watching the cameras. I heard the dog barking. It sent me a notification. I looked at the cameras and I saw that something was happening. I called my husband, but by the time I called him, I noticed he flipped on the light in the pen. So I know that he was aware that something was happening. So I stayed in Canada and I watched all unfold. I had to call the police in Black River while my husband tried to call for help elsewhere. I had to call them again. I had to call the police a second time, like after half an hour.
They showed up 2 hours later.
2 hours? Was it 2 hours? Oh, they came 2 hours later.
The internet is lagging really badly.
Oh, I wonder
Okay,
if I
okay,
can
now,
switch. I was wondering if I can switch to Wi-Fi.
um, yeah, go ahead and switch to Wi-Fi. Yeah, go ahead and switch to Wi-Fi. Guys, be patient with us, please. Thank you. So, guys, just to remind you guys that, oh, are you back? There you are. Let's try that. Yeah.
Okay,
Thanks, Maggie.
I think we're back.
Okay, yes, let's try that. Go ahead. Uh-oh.
Okay, I can hear you, but I'm not sure if you want me to
Okay, go
speak.
ahead. Here, go ahead. Go ahead.
How much did you guys hear? Did you hear that I said I was in Canada watching the cameras?
Yeah, start from there. Start from that point.
Yes, so the camera sent a notification that the dogs were barking.
Mhm.
And so I looked at the camera and I noticed that the dog looked afraid and was
Really?
kind of shying away. I saw the dog shying away and I kept looking and I could tell the dog was specifically looking in the direction of where the intruder are.
Very interesting.
And I
Okay.
started to call. Then I could see him on camera. I could see him, and then I went to call my husband. As I go to call him, I noticed he flipped the light on in the pen, so I could see that. So I knew he was aware. So guys, everything unfolded right in front of us, right in front of me from Canada. I had to be the one to call the police in Black River. And I had to call them a second time. They only showed up 2 hours later.
Um, yeah. It's I'm trying to choose my words carefully when to address that. But anyway, yes, they tend to be a little bit late showing up. So one of the things that we got a couple weeks ago, it's been probably about a month or so ago, we have all the contact information, all the predial larceny units, and this is for everybody, guys. We have all the contact information for all the predial larceny units by parish. And so if anybody online, if you guys want that information, we'll be happy to share it with you. And we do recommend that you contact them and have them come and visit you now before anything is going on, so they're aware of you, so that in the event, hopefully you don't have to call them again, but in the event that you do have to call them again, they're going to be aware of you. Okay, so a little bit late, but better late than never. So,
Yeah.
all right. So
But
what lessons have you guys learned from this?
the police who did respond, well, there is we have a
We have internet challenges again. Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. Thanks for your patience. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yes. Also get the police contact information close to your farm. Very good. Thank you. Um, hmm. Internet is going again. All right. So TNB Goat Farm, and we will send you that contact information. Oh, we lost her. Okay. Let's see if I can get her to rejoin. Hopefully she comes back on. You think, or maybe our phone died? Hopefully not. Or I'm thinking, did Sumfest take off all the bandwidth? I don't think so. I guess we'll have to consider. Yeah. Hopefully she'll come back in here in a second, guys. But this story is almost kind of unbelievable. um, and again, that they're stuck through all of this and still are smiling and have a lot to tell us. So again, hopefully you guys have gotten some information. Here we go. Hold on, let me make sure I do this right. View. Go to live with Andrea. Okay, so give me a second here, guys. She's coming back in. I guess Flo or Digital need to do more work in Black River because their internet's not very good. Oh, there you are. Awesome.
Listen,
Thank you.
we try everything. I was even on with Flow today. I have home Wi-Fi, I have mobile. I tried everything to make this work tonight. I apologize, we couldn't do any better.
Hey, you get an A for being here. So we'll work through it. This is Jamaica. So we're used to the challenge because we have challenges here too. So we totally understand. We're just happy that you guys are here. So where are you guys now? What are you working on? What have you learned from all these incidents that you're going to probably start thinking about doing to hopefully avoid having this issue down the road? I shouldn't say hopefully. You will not have this issue down the road. Let's put it that way.
Okay, so before I move on to that, I just want to say that the police have been awesome since then.
Oh, awesome. Great.
That they were patrolling at night. They did a raid in the community that's not too far here. 14 of them showed up here one morning after the raid. So we really appreciate every effort because I know they don't have the resources to just come take care of some people who lost a goat. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
yeah.
we really appreciate that. So what we are doing now is just to put in more security. Okay. In terms of the bigger picture, we resisted zero grazing before. We wanted naturally grazing animals. That's the ideal. That's what we wanted. But the reality is they're not turning fast enough for us to be able to make a living, especially since we're both here and there is living coming in, right? So we're doing the zero grazing. We see the benefits of it. And I think it will keep our animals more secure. We have to put more security in. It was obvious in that last video that we had some links in our system. We just didn't think they would come this close to the house. Wow. Right? They knew we were here. My husband was inside making noise. He flipped the lights on. They knew. So now we have to go with the big guns. We don't care if it kills somebody. I'm sorry to say, guys, but we have to put in some security that may hurt somebody really, really bad. That's what we have to do right now. And so we're doing that. We're going to keep our animals safe behind, secure fencing. Put it that way. And we're planning to grow as much food as possible because right now we're struggling with the drought. They have no food. They have absolutely no food. So we feel that if we have more land to grow fodder, it's going to work better for us. And we also want to improve our stock. I believe that if we have better stock, it's going to be more profitable for us. And I think we have to go the traditional route, making sure they have their minerals, making sure they have their vaccinations, that kind of a thing. So that's what we're really excited to make. So we're making some changes to our pen right now, and just to have a better product for the marketplace and for ourselves.
All right, awesome. So, so long-term goals then improve your stock. Who are you currently selling to? Are you currently selling to like a little farmer down the road?
Oh.
Yeah, there you are. You're good. You're fine. Uh-oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Hello? Can you hear me? There you are. Is she okay? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. So who's your current market? Like who do you currently sell to? Do you sell to farmers for breeding stock or are you selling for meat or what are you mostly doing right now?
You know what? We've sold so few, but it was just
Okay.
to we sold to a butcher.
Mhm.
We sold to a, and that's just about it. We
Okay.
sold a few lambs to the we sold
Denby?
to Denby, the people at the small ruminants people
Right. Yeah, for
last
the
year.
there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're hoping to be the go-to people for goats in this area for good stock breeding and also for meat.
All right.
Later on consider some milk goats as well.
All right. Very good. Very good. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and kind of open up the floor a little bit to see if anybody has any direct questions or comments. I've seen a lot of good comments come through here. A lot of people said, I saw one that rise above adversity. So that's a good one there. You guys have any other questions that you want to ask?
This internet.
Are you guys okay? It's fine. I don't. Are you guys there? There you are. You're back.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me on to your question come. Have you had any mentors that have helped you either before you started or as you've been going along now? Any mentors or any that you're working with the? I know you mentioned Mackie, but anybody else? Or tell us what all the things you're doing with Mackie and anybody else that you've kind of reached out to.
Any mentors besides Maggie?
No.
For goats?
For goats.
No, no, nobody currently is Mackie.
Mhm.
So he's helping us basically with everything. Our animals need care. They
Okay.
really need care. Um, my husband was here alone. This last this drought season, and it was just too much for him to do by himself. Usually, when I'm here, I have helpers. I have someone in the house to help. I have someone who helps on the farm. But he was doing it all by himself. It was really, really hard. And the worst part of it, he had to find food for them. And
Okay.
so they're really in bad shape. They're
Mm.
not fed well. Then they have bugs on them. They need lice. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
Mackie's helping with the care of the animals. He's helping us with he's giving us some advice regarding the reconstruction of the pen and some of the security measures that we need to take, need to make. And
Hmm.
yeah, he's,
Yeah.
he's, he's
It's awesome.
there all the time and he's really awesome and we so appreciate it. And you know
Very
what?
good.
I'll say this. I said it was divine intervention that we met him. I mean,
Uh-huh.
the Lord just put it my way, and I just feel so blessed.
Yes. He's a great guy. He's helped us quite a bit too, and I know he helps around several different people. So we all love Mackie. He's great. All right. So what do you see from here? So just kind of one of the things I did realize, I think if somebody had told me that farming was this much work, I'm not so sure if I would have done
Oh,
it. Oh, it
it's
is
a lot of work.
rewarding. But it's a lot more to it than most people realize. Because you talk about the medication and the lice baths and the hoof trimming, and I mean, it's a lot to it. So you really have to kind of condition yourself to, okay, yeah, I got to get do all this to make sure my herd stays good. So you'll get there. It's just a matter of coming up with a nice little schedule and a little rotation once you get in the groove of knowing that all this has to be done. And you have lots of support. So we are encouraged by you and your story and that you're still around and that you're not going anywhere. Then can't run you away.
Them can't run away. Can't
Can't
run
run
away.
you away.
No.
Yeah. I mean, if we had a penny for every time somebody said, don't go into goat, then we're going to thief your goat, don't do it. We'd have been rich, but we decided that we can't let the thieves run us off or break up the whole industry. So we as a group, as a family, has to fight back. So, and that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. All right. So, any questions? Anything else I'm missing out on our little story here? Anything I forgot to ask you about that part pertaining to your story?
I
No,
don't think so.
no, yeah. All right, guys. Any questions or comments for Andrea and John, who are amazing, giving us their story? Okay. Somebody said visit the police station and introduce yourself to tell them where you live and have them come by and see you. That's definitely. And I think Leon, you said you're a police officer as well, so we do appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see. I'm trying to look up these comments here to see if am I missing anything on Facebook? No, I think everybody's pretty good there. All right. Do you ever recover any of your animals? That's a good question. Were you ever able to recover any of your animals? Probably not.
No, you know what happened is we are at the end of the edge of a subdivision, and beyond us, it's open grazing land. So, like, there's nobody behind us. So, once they take our animals and go through the bushes, they're gone. You can see where they cut all the fencing all the way over to where they're going. But what the police had told us is that the bush is so thick, it's so dense over there, it's hard to find your way. Even them, even when they go looking, it's hard to find. Mm-hmm. We can't see that bush from where we are, just beyond. So if they get through the bushes, that's it.
Okay. All right. So, so what breeds do you have right now? What breeds do you have right now as far as goats?
Well, we have just the common, what's that one? I don't
Native?
remember that.
The native?
I'm sorry. Native, I guess. Native. So the goat that they stole, the one they targeted in in May, is the one that we bought from Mackie and took possession of last August.
Wow.
That's
and
the
that
only one.
And it's been upgrading.
Purebred buck, boar.
Boar. Buck. Yes. Wow.
So
wow.
we are fortunate that we do have some offsprings.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, yeah. We have at least 8.
Nice.
From that one.
And hopefully you got some bucklings. Did you get any bucklings from that? Any of the 8 are bucklings? Very good.
You know the buckling that exactly like the father that they lost?
Uh-huh.
He lost his mom within 24 hours of her birth. So he was hand raised, so he thinks he's a person. So I don't know what kind of a going to be.
But he's very playful and affectionate. That's the best part of bottle feeding kids, because they get very playful and affectionate. So that's awesome. All right. So you guys were amazing. I think everybody's like on their Sumfest brain or something, because usually I have tons of questions coming through. But this was awesome talking to you guys. I'm just making sure. Andrea and John, I appreciate you sharing. Please pass along along with Mr. Mackey, get the predial larceny team help with security outline from a legal perspective. All right, Leon, you're awesome. This is great. Might have to have Leon on one day. All right, so you guys are great. We are here for you. So now you have our contact information, so you don't have to just call Mackey. You can call us now.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, and it was a pleasure meeting you and talking to you again. I talked to them earlier this week, guys, and they were just amazing. I'm like, oh, we got to talk to them. So you guys have a great evening. I appreciate your sticking through the internet challenges, but this is Jamaica. We are so used to all of that. So anyway, thank you so much. Guys, you can go do your Sumfest thing. We're not going to mess that up for you. And we'll see you guys next week. Did you have any closing comments that you wanted to say, Andrea?
Just thank you guys for having us. Really appreciate it, and for I know the upcoming support. We really appreciate it.
Yes, awesome. All right, guys. Yes, we do always save the lives. So you can either go on Facebook Live or go on Facebook or Instagram, and we always save all of the lives, so you guys can go back and review it over and over and over again and share it with your friends and family. All right, guys. Have a fabulous weekend, guys. See you next Saturday. Thank you. Bye bye.